It's been a while, and I've been MIA. Yeah, as you can see, I have this old Victoria Secret lip gloss as my little mic stand today. And I also added the little fluffy thing. I don't know what that does. Genuinely, I don't. But my mom said I should try it. So what mommy knows is best. Sometimes. I thought I'd come back because the universe has opened up time for your girl to rest and relax a little bit. And I thought I'd yap about one of the things that has been on my mind as I go through one of my midlife crises. Don't talk about my age right now. And as I yap, what we're going to do is fix my toes. I can fix my toes, but you're not going to look at that because you have to pay me because there's a lot of freaks and beaks out in the world. I'm like in the jungle city and I'm only here for the weekend. So I went some grocery shopping, which is right over here. Shout out to Totos. Yeah, I went shopping. I got these colors. If you can see, I really like, they're like metallic-y. Then there's this one. I think I'm gonna do this one on my toes. If I'm speaking too close to the mic, just tell your girl to back up. It'll be too late, so sorry. I know a lot of you are going to be like, where you been at? What's been going on? How's life? Where I've been at, I've been in the jungle. I've been working. What's been going on? I've been working while simultaneously having my reality crumble internally in my mind and having, like I mentioned before, the midlife crises. About what I'm gonna do. Because I really do feel like I've been going through so many changes and I feel like I'm in a period of my life of where do I go next? I don't know. And you know what makes it even more challenging? Financial fucking means. But that's not what this video is about. This video is actually about one of the things I've been mentally going through, struggling with, debating. It's more so a reflection of what my work is and who I am, and not putting myself in a box or on a pedestal because of the work that I do. What do I mean by this? I live in the Amazon. My work is in the realms of transformation and healing. And from the outside, it looks beautiful. But life is still life. I guess like I want to like just yap about all the things that I think people have projected and assumed onto me, onto, I guess, people in this realm of work. And some ride that ego roller coaster and claim to be all the things, but I'm not that. I think I really want to just clarify, I'm human AF. And obviously when my life did a little 180 and I moved to the Amazon jungle and I started doing work that I felt really soulfully, spiritually, wholefully. When I started doing this work that I felt called to, I was simply in one of those periods of transformations and letting the realities that I was living in dissolve and like forming a new aspect of self, right? So I formed this new aspect of self, but then I went back home for about 6 months and I remembered, yeah, I have all these parts of me too. And I kind of miss them. I kind of miss being silly. I kind of miss not taking everything so seriously. I've come to realize I neglected these other parts of me. So now I'm like, yeah, I'm actually all these things. And it also made me even realize why I was becoming miserable in certain ways. And it's because I let or I neglected these parts of myself. I think one of the things people assume a lot of the time is, oh, you must be peaceful all the time. You must be fully healed, or you must have figured it out. No, I haven't. I think I've known pretty early on into my spiritual path and choosing to walk a spiritual path and really connect to myself in deeper ways and in the forms that I have. I've understand with the path of healing, babe, that's a lifelong journey. Maybe not in my early days I knew this. I thought maybe. I don't think I had the conscious thought that like, oh, once I heal this, I'm going to be like perfect. I don't think I really ever had that mind frame. But I did think like maybe there was a possible like end of the road where like, okay, like I'm content with self. And I also think there's a trap in this healing journey that people should be very mindful of, because at the end of the day, we are still human and we're meant to live a human existence. If you want, I don't know, to each their own. That's how I feel though. So yeah, I'm not fully healed. I'm simply choosing to walk down a healing journey to be consciously aware of the things that I can improve on to be a better version of myself when I want to. One thing I do know is that being on a healing journey takes a lot of work. It's not easy, and I'm learning that it doesn't have to encompass my whole entire life. It's interesting to say that because I've made it my personal work and it's also my life's work, career-wise, right now. So maybe that's a bit contradicting, I don't know, but what I do know is I'm not going to heal and be the perfect, most amazing, awesome, perfect being. You know, I'm going to have flaws, and I've really learned to embrace those flaws. And I feel like within this work, people take it very seriously, which to an extent it should be taken seriously. But something I've learned and something that is shared within my work is that although this work is sacred, you do not have to be solemn. And boy, did I become solemn in this work. I'm tired of that. I want to laugh at stupid things. I want to be okay with brain rotting for a couple hours, because where is the world going to? Genuinely. Where is it going to? I think also one of the things within my work is that obviously people I work with, the guests that come through, they can put me and my coworkers on pedestals sometimes unintentionally, thinking we do have it all figured out. And it's something that I love to remind people that I work with, like, girl, I'm maybe not right there with you, but in some ways I am right there with you. Life is life. I am just as human as you are. I am not no angel that has it all figured out. I've learned tools along the way to benefit me and help me. I think we should all recognize, especially if we're on a spiritual path, like be really mindful of the spiritual gurus and the people that you follow, because a lot of them can be faking the life that they're living. There's so many ups and downs to this side of the world, or like to this realm of space of spirituality, where like you really create your own ideas of how a spiritual person should be, and like they follow all these rules and they're just X, Y, and Z. No, babes. I guarantee you, if your spiritual person is telling you that they're at peace 24/7, and I don't know, I haven't met monks or anything like that, so like don't quote me on that. But like I'm talking about digital age. I guarantee you, they still get triggered. I still get triggered. They still have doubt. I still have doubt. You can still feel blocked sometimes. I still feel blocked sometimes. And that's okay. Like that's human nature. It's some things are just simply out of our control. Now, what can be in our control is utilizing tools to help support you during those times that you do get triggered, where you do feel blocked, where you're experiencing doubt or loss. And I think that's the beauty of humanity, to be honest with you. If everything was so perfect, it would be so boring. This topic has just simply been on my mind for a bit of time, as like I reflect on like the work that I'm doing, and like wanting to embrace all parts of me, and like not feeling like I have to silence my goofiness because it doesn't seem professional in the space. And no one has directly told me that. It's, I think, people's projections from the past that has shaped me into something a bit more repressed. This year being a focus of joy, I am finding the ways to really let these parts of myself be shared within spaces like this. And, you know, I've already had like coworkers tell me like, since you've returned, you've been like more like happier or like joyful. Don't get it confused. I've been going through so many shifts, experiencing loss and grief, but I'm also prioritizing joy. And in the sense of like fake it till you make it, babes, I'm gonna laugh if I can. I'm gonna watch a funny video if I can. I'm gonna make a joke. I'm gonna laugh. And I'm not gonna take things so seriously because we only have this one life to live. Yes, I'm preaching in that way, but it's true. I see that people are recognizing it, and it just reaffirms like that I need to continue in this way because I feel like I'm not abandoning myself. And ultimately, even if I'm having struggles and I am trying to embrace more joy, trying to embrace more joy is making me happier. You know, there's a multitude of feelings that have come up as like I've been processing this, but I think like the root of it is there's nothing wrong with being human while doing the work that I'm doing. It doesn't make me less adequate. I'm not inadequate because I'm simply human. And I think that's like, I had a fear of that. I had a fear of being perceived as inadequate to do the work that I do while being silly and very human by sharing and being online, making the TikTok videos that I do. It's a contrast to my actual line of work in real life and then to what I share online. And I think that's okay. Slowly but surely, right now, for instance, you're seeing a blend of that. That's fine.
That's fine. I'm not about to keep barking at a bitch who ain't about to do that.
There has been already people from work, whether they're my coworkers or guests that I've worked with. They've found me. They found me online. I'm not here to be a spiritual teacher. I'm not here to be a spiritual guru. I'm simply here to be a human and share my life experience with you. In general, I don't want to fake being spiritually elevated. That's not who I am. That's not who I've ever been. I've been one to, if anything, claim being a student of life because, babes, I'm just learning here. And if I can share tools and share things from my own personal experience that can benefit others, power be it. I want to be normal and I still want to do well in my work. And I also think this is part of my integration in my own personal process of working with plant medicines, working in-depthly in the space that I'm in. This is my integration. This is me really seeing who I am. And it has not been easy. It has not been easy. But I do feel like I'm in a space to talk about it without crying. I think we really need to realize that healing isn't about escaping life. I think it's more so maybe about being able to stay in it and with it, wherever you are. So, I don't know. I can't really multitask, I feel like, because the furthest I've got is just taking the nail polish off my toes. These are the things that I wanted to yap about right now. I just wanted to pop in and share one of the dilemmas that I'm working through, but finding the light in at the end of the tunnel. Your girl's been finding herself once again for maybe like the 1,000th time, and I'm not even at like the half mark of life. Like if we're supposed to live up to 100, baby, I'm living past that. Maybe if life is like cool too. Take me somewhere else if it's not. I also haven't had the energy or the bandwidth to be more present online as I have been. And I thought, maybe, girl, you need to give some time to yourself. I think you need to process some things. And it's okay to pull back. It's okay. Isolation has been your best friend. Utilize it when it's actually needed. But don't go too crazy. You don't want to ice yourself out from the world. My biggest thing is, to do work like this, you have to know how to take care of yourself. And you have to be disciplined in it. And I feel like I'm just figuring out I'm truly figuring out my discipline within myself in so many different facets. My diet, my food, getting rest when I can, and also diving into creativity and giving myself time and space for creativity outside of work, because my life is not just work, it's so much more than that. And I tend to forget that because I can put my all into it. Stay tuned for the next video. I don't know what journey I'll bring you on with that, but whoever is still there watching, listening, I appreciate you. Thank you. And let me know if you've experienced any of the things that I've shared in your own way, similar yet different, or maybe it feels completely similar, because listen, I don't know your life. I'm giving you little snippets of mine, which doesn't mean you know my life. I'm starting to learn a little bit about that. People think they know you if they see you on a screen and like, yeah, people are weird. Until next time, ciao ciao, much love, and thank you for watching.